because it's time for our first keynote speech. Please welcome Mr. Jacek Weglarz from Konica Minolta Business Solutions. Where is the applause?
Oh, here he comes.
And the subject
Good morning.
is humans are not needed anymore.
So we can go home.
What?
No,
Don't worry about it. It's just a
sounds
discussion.
so sad.
No, don't worry about it. It's
Okay,
a
I
thesis.
hope it's not
Out.
true. Okay.
So,
by the way, can the drums stay? I was hoping somebody would do.
No, we can do it one more time, okay? Please welcome Mr. Jacek Weglarz.
Good morning. Good
Are
morning.
you satisfied now?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
all right. That's all right.
Okay.
There was no
Maybe I
badums, but
can
that's
do-
okay.
Maybe AI can do it for you.
Probably.
Okay.
But not as good as you. Not as good as you.
okay,
No way.
Jacek, I was at this summit a few years ago, and there was a statement that only 5% of all the businesses in the human history would be replaced by robots.
So there's nothing to worry about.
Okay,
Really?
good.
So
What
we
we're
can be
gonna
happy.
do?
That's good. That's
We're
good.
gonna relax.
We can chill. We can have rakia. yeah?
Finally.
Okay.
Again.
Humans
Yeah.
are not needed anymore. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.
Oh, all right. I guess that's up to me now. Good morning. It's been a while. I'm happy COVID is over. I mean, it's been over for a while, but this is the first time I'm back in my world. I have this nice big audience. There's a lot of friends here from different experiences, previous companies, etc. That's really good to see you today. Now, the topic is a bit scandalous, yeah? So some people say that AI will replace us. Humans will not be needed anymore. But don't worry. Well, the thing is, at some point, probably, of course, some of us might be replaced, but the most important thing is how much AI will help us, yeah? AI insecurity is something that needs to happen, something that is happening, and there's no way of stopping it. So, just in case, when you're talking to your Siri or your Alexa, be nice and say, please, yeah, because if the robots say, okay, it's go time, they might spare us. So the answer is yes and no, yeah? AI will replace, definitely, the companies that don't sell it. Yeah, that's for sure. So it's like, if you then don't get on board with AI and security, sooner or later you will become extinct. I think that's quite clear, yeah? So it's better to get on board as soon as possible. So this is still something we can influence. Now, all over the internet, all over the world, everybody is talking how security needs to be enriched with artificial intelligence. I mean, I thought they were going to read my biography that I wrote for this, which I didn't really write. It was ChatGPT that wrote it for me because I wanted to be modest and I wanted it to be objective. So I said, okay, I'm not going to say good things about myself. It's going to be ChatGPT that does it. So what we need to remember is, of course, AI works 24/7. It doesn't blink. It doesn't sleep. So yes, it will replace some people. It will replace some people, but I like to think that it will actually enforce us more. So some people will be relocated to different tasks because simply you will not need 10 security guys watching over a security system. First of all, I don't think it's possible to even handle it because there's simply way too much data. Yeah? If you have a security system, smart CCTV, etc., it's just impossible. Yeah, watching over the screens, you will go crazy, you will vomit. So I want to make a little experiment with you. I've done this before many times. So, okay, the guys that have seen my show before, please don't tell others about any tricks, yeah? So I'm going to show a little video. It's going to be a little experiment. There's going to be guys wearing white shirts. They're going to be passing football. Count how many times the guys are passing the football to each other. And let's see what happens. It's a little experiment. So the white shirts, 1, that's 2, and keep counting. Silence. Nice. Focus. Oh. Look on this screen, this one broke. How many? 12. 12 is the right answer. But, okay. How many of you saw the suicidal man? How many of you noticed this guy with that, necktie? How many of you saw him? Good. Actually, not too bad. So this is the thing. I told you to look at the video, so you're really paying attention. This is one video stream. Imagine you have, well, 9 of them, 900 of them. If you're a security guy and you're watching for something, you can still miss something. AI never sleeps, so AI would never miss something like that. So the answer is we need help. We do need help. We need AI's help. So take a look at this. It's 9 channels. This is nothing in a CCTV system. Can you see any people anywhere? Just take a look if you see any people. If you see any humans moving around, any intruders. Yeah, I'll give you a second. So that's 9 cameras only. You know, I hope you have bigger projects than 9 cameras. Yeah, you want to make money, and we want to help you make more money. So are there any humans? Yeah, maybe somewhere. Yeah, you're like, there's somebody there, you see, good. I see some people noticed. Well, the answer is there are people in many of them. So there was a guy there in the top. So there was a person there, yeah, barely visible. There was a person actually on the bottom, which I missed myself. Yeah, it's almost impossible to see. And there was a guy there as well, walking around. If we look at a big screen, yeah, that's easy, yeah, I see a guy. But if it was 9 screens, it was almost impossible. Now, watching for people, there's nothing, and suddenly something is moving is difficult, but it's still easier. Where's Jacek? Well, I'm here, of course, but let's play Where's Jacek here. Yeah, good luck. Try to find me on those 9 channels. To be honest, I don't remember which one I'm at, actually, but I think I know. It's just impossible. It's simply impossible, even if you know that I'm going to be there. If you know that it's just 1 minute and I'm going to appear somewhere, it's simply impossible. This is why we need the help. By the way, this was me. Before I grew a beard, my colleagues told me that I have to grow one, and I agree. So I was easily found, even though I look like this. Yeah, I gained some weight, obviously. And the picture in the database was with me having a beard right now, yeah? So there's simply no way. There is simply no way that we can do that. But the interesting fact is, even though today is about security, I want to notice one thing, which is really cool. Cameras can be used, obviously, for many more things. So you can use artificial intelligence, for example, to count, well, I don't know, breads. Imagine having to stand there and count the breads. You will go nuts. So not only you have to count how many breads there are, but you have to actually categorize them. What kind of breads? There's like 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 kinds of breads, I think. So cameras can do that. Yeah? Because if you're doing something repetitively for so many hours, it's just simply impossible. You will end up like Charlie Chaplin. First of all, you will just go dizzy if you have to count it. And if you have to use your arms and actually, screw in something manually, there's no way. So we also can do that with the use of cameras. We can do that with AI. So AI can actually tell us, you're missing a bolt. You're missing something in this washing machine, yeah? And more about it, my colleague is going to talk about actually tomorrow. These are some breakthrough solutions from our company, KEYNOTE. I don't want to advertise us too much. I'm here to talk about cool stuff and talk about business at the booth, yeah? So tomorrow at 12, Martin, where are you? Get ready for tomorrow. Get ready for tomorrow. Make sure to see my colleague there. So when you look at this statement that AI will replace us, the good fact is, all right, in certain things, it's not that easy. So reaction. Well, of course, you can get automations. You can make some, speakers that are going to yell that, I see you, get the hell out. And that works. That works. But many times, something happens and you're not ready for it. You're not prepared. There is no standard operating procedure, SOP. We all love those abbreviations, especially KPI. Yeah, you cannot get prepared for everything. This is why it's great to have those people to react. And we still need to teach the AI. We need to teach AI how to be good. Of course, there's more and more self-learning algorithms, but we need to teach AI, teach the models, create the models, so we don't end up with AI on LSD. Yeah, because AI is everywhere. AI in security has been there for a couple of years, and you know that sometimes it's just noticing strange things. Yeah, because no AI was created equal. There's a lot of products with built-in AI on the market. Yeah, you can even get them for like 50 euros, and they have AI built in. But ideally, those cameras need to have an image like this. This is typical CCTV image, right? You have in your projects, right? It's always like this, clear and very big humans. Obviously not. Obviously not. So the reality check is if it's simply impossible because usually you have image like this and you need to find the person. You have image like this and you have to find the person, yeah? This is a CCTV system from a police in Poland. Usually, it's funny how we have amazing pictures of the moon and then the CCTV footage looks like it was taken with a potato. Yeah, I mean, at least in my country, it's like that. So sometimes you get an image of a fugitive and it's like, it looks like, is that a person even? It's impossible to say. So we need to have the real artificial intelligence to be able to actually notice those people, as I showed you earlier, yeah? Because there was a person there. There was a person here. But generic AI is simply trying to fit in, yeah? Generic AI is what it's trying to do is, okay, I know what a person looks like. I know what a human being looks like. It usually looks like this. Yeah, there's a lot of skeleton-based analytics. So they are looking for a shape of a person. And they're trying to fit in. Is that a person? They're trying to fit in that, yes, this is probably a person. They're not trying to think, is this thing moving, behaving like a person? No, it's just looking for that kind of shape. Yeah, that's why we get a lot of those images. Looks familiar? You probably had recognitions like this in many systems. You probably have seen that before. Spiders, flags, or just bushes, yeah? Oh, bushes are the most famous for looking like people because what AI is doing, again, it's trying to find that, yeah, is that a face? Just like, people like to see Jesus everywhere, yeah? So on the toes, etc. So AI is just trying to look for those pixels and look for edges and try to fit into the model. Like, yeah, this is probably a person. And that's why we get those, dogfish and pig snail, etc. That's the issue, yeah? This is quite familiar, I'm sure, to many of you. So what is important is, this is not all bad. The skeleton-based analytics, YOLO, etc., are also good, but for different reasons. They're good if you want to detect that somebody's raising their hands because they're looking for help. It's good if you want to have the skeleton model because somebody's having a chest pain, yeah, or whatever that reaction was, yeah. So it does work in certain situations. Now, what happens if you just see half of the body? Well, if you are a real human, you can see that this is still a person. You see a face, you see the torso, you know it. But you have to have, again, real AI to be able to know that even though I don't see the entire human being, this is a person. So you need to build a big model, yeah, big enough model that knows what a person looks like, but also especially how the person behaves. So how the person moves, yeah? And then connect the dots and then learn from that. So it's important not only to look at the shape, but also at the behavior, yeah? Because if you show a dog to a child will know that, okay, dog looks like this. So this is also a dog, and this is also a dog, even though it looks different than the original picture, yeah, the original model, let's say. This is a dog, and this is not a horse. It's actually a dog, even though it looks like some majestic creature, Pokemon or something, yeah? So child will know because we still have the brains. Now, so AI needs to know what a human behaves like to be able to detect that this is also a human being. Even though you cannot see, the typical movement, yeah, make it easy and I'm here. You have to be able to have strong enough AI to know the behavior and not the looks, to be able to say that, okay, this is also a person. Like, for example, here. Can you spot an intruder there? There was an intruder, but the beloved H.264, H.265 ate it. Yeah, num num. So compression kind of ate it. If you see this close up, you see, yeah, that looks like probably a human moving. You cannot see anything. You cannot see legs or arms. But this is actually a person because we know what a person looks like and how it moves. So we know that this was not a dog because of the shape and because of the movement pattern, yeah? So it's quite important to be able to connect those two dots, and it's quite important to be able to say that even though it's not super clear, you cannot see every piece of their body, this is a human being because it looks like a human, not really, but it moves like a human, yeah? So this is quite crucial. I wonder if you ever had this issue, by the way. In Poland, we have some smart thieves. We had a project where somebody knew that, okay, there's AI cameras there. Yeah, there's AI cameras, so they will detect me. So what they did is they held some piece of cardboard in front of them, and it fooled those cameras. Yeah, it didn't work. It fooled them. well, of course, we introduced later smarter solution, and so it was detected, as you saw a minute ago. Just like here, some people test those solutions. They say, come on, see, this is a car. Haha, I got you, Jacek. Yeah, this is a car, and they detected a person. But when you look closer, there is a person inside. There's a person inside. So big enough model can actually detect that there is a human being there. Because the important thing is, if nothing happens wrong, everything is working, then there's no problem. The questions start when a dog is being seen as a person. So you have a false negative, or you have a false positive. I mean, the other way around, yeah. So if a person is not recognized, this is the most important thing. Because if a dog is recognized as a person, okay, you send somebody there, that's fine. They check, oh, it was just a dog. Here's 100 euros bill for the trip. But the costs grow even higher if a person is not being detected. Yeah, this is really a big issue. Yeah. So AI obviously is not just for that, because we're here to talk about typical security. So intruders, yeah, because I think it's funny how everybody's focusing on megapixels. Yeah. 4K cameras, 108 megapixel cameras in security. That's great. So you have an amazing quality image. You can watch it with your wife or husband on a 4K screen in your living room of people stealing stuff from you. Well done. So it's most important to stop it from happening, to actually predict it, see what's happening, rather than just have amazing resolution and then not a smart system that will not prevent it from happening. Ay, ay, ay. But there is so many other things, obviously. Yeah. So as I showed you earlier, face recognition. Yeah. And the thing is, sometimes humans even are not so sure. Yeah. That's the thing about AI. AI can see things that humans cannot, because there's this internet meme that Katy Perry's father, the singer in the middle top, the Perry's father was a naughty boy in the 70s or 80s, because there's a lot of totally unrelated people that look quite similar to her. Yeah. So of course, what we did was we did a little Katy Perry quiz. That's not her. No recognition there. So we show it to our system. That's not her either. No recognition there. That's her. I put it on green so it's clearer for everybody, because it's not so clear. 100% her. That's not her. Yeah. So again, even if humans sometimes are not so sure, AI can do it better because it can see things that we cannot simply process. Yeah. So that's quite good. And there's many other things like shoplifting detection. When also it's impossible to watch the entire shopping mall or entire supermarket. Yeah. So the AI can actually also see that gesture. Yeah. So not only by the similar movement, but by having a very big model of seeing those actions, it can also predict that somebody's putting some stuff in the bag instead of the basket, for example. Yeah. Or things like AI nurse. This is really cool. This is where security becomes, well, it can save lives, like honestly save lives. Yeah. Some manufacturers think that video technology for healthcare is just putting a camera in the room, but I think that's plain creepy. I don't think we want anybody watching our grandmother in the elderly care room. So what we can do is we can have a sensor. So this is just for the demo purpose, but a camera can become a sensor that can see that a person is sitting on the side of the bed or a person is on the floor. Yeah. So nobody can see this image. Of course, nurses will not go and look at it, perverted stuff. They can just see the metadata. They can just see the information that the sensor has generated the alarm that a person is on the floor. So they can get help within minutes. In the news recently, there was a couple of articles about, not sure in which country, I think in Hungary, a person that died, that was laying on the floor for 4 hours and nobody was there. Nobody gave them help. And that person unfortunately died. So I think it's great that we can also save lives and not just secure the perimeter, let's say. Yeah.
Jacek, AI speaking. Time is
Yeah.
up.
No worries, no worries. 20 more minutes. So things like gun detection, yeah, that can detect it when you're holding it, which is probably very famous in Texas. Hopefully not in Europe yet. Things like slip and fall. Again, 1 more minute. So being able to detect a person falling, even if you don't see the entire body, as I was saying earlier, and many, many, many more things. And since it's time, I would like to speak more because it's fun. You can just visit us at our Konica Minolta booth. It's one of the big ones from the front entrance, so we can talk about it because There's not enough time. 20 minutes is just like usually introduction. So, you know, some of you have seen me speaking for 5 hours. I'm looking at you. So, see you guys later. Have a wonderful day, and let's have fun. Thank you.
Okay.